Insecurities. Insecurities will keep you from living free. Um, Not having enough income and having too much debt will keep you from living free. Living free is not just like this niche term that you get a backpack and you roam the world. Living free is trying to minimize stress, it's trying to maximize your life and trying to, simply live your best life. But I would say, good to see you, Lewis. I would say that the first step to living free is your confidence. Because I've seen people destroy their life because of insecurities. Now, whether that leaks into getting into unhealthy relationships or whether that just leaks into you not being able to show up to a job interview, confidence is the ability to push past a negative thought and show up anyway. Confidence is the ability to go past an imperfection. To what I want to share with you, I want to talk about different areas in life living free. I want to talk some financial, but a lot of things in life are psychological. Okay. A salesman or a saleswoman rules the world. A CEO is nothing more than a glorified salesman. Donald Trump is just pretty much a great salesman. I remember the story about him and Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels said, obviously she went on a date with him. It's a rich, powerful man. But when she went back to his house or apartment or hotel room or whatever, and she went into the room, to powder her nose or whatever, and she said as soon as she came out, Donald Trump was like in his nightrobe. And she goes, she was shocked by his confidence. And if you talk to any woman, a confidence will get you very far in life with the ladies, but in life, okay? It's not a political statement. I'm trying to really show you here to live free is meaning that you're going to have to start believing in yourself, okay? Without the validation from other people. If you are looking for validation from other people or from society, you are playing the game of unhealthy cycles of living. Because no one's going to validate you. And if they do, it's cherry on the top. Some of the most beautiful women I've ever been fortunate enough to date or know, they were the most insecure. A lot of people that I know that have talents and gifts, they don't work simply because some of it is laziness, but some of it is insecurity. Because guess what, guys? You know what I've learned in life is that most people who complain, okay, about something else or someone else, they're neglecting the person in the mirror. And when you neglect the person in the mirror, you don't have the balls to go out there and own your life. Okay. Good to see you, Juliana. Good to see you, Tony. Good to see you, Full Sender. Erdhart, appreciate you, man. Got to be free. And Lewis, thank you again. Jai says, living free from the landlord, cable company, the homeowners association, the tax collector, the insurance company, the mortgage lender, it's a good day to be alive. There's a level of that that's truth. I think about that now as I debate a home base. I can get one that's below my means as long as I still have a job. If you get laid off tomorrow, nothing is below your means. That's the always part that's scary because that's happened to me. However, even when it's below your means, there's something scary, intimidating psychologically about signing on the dotted line, being obligated to something. It's true, you're not free. Even if you can afford it, you're not free psychologically. At least that's how I feel. However, look, living in your car is not free. Okay, there's more wear and tear on your car. If you got campground fees, you don't have the amenities of the house. You're in the public more. If you get sick, what are you going to do? Are you going to die in a campground? What's your retirement plan? Nothing in life is free. You pay for it one way or another. However, again, I do agree that psychologically, being not attached to a mortgage company or to a HOA or to property taxes, it is freeing. I'm stating both because I agree, but I also counterbalance it. I went the home base I was looking at getting, I would get a mortgage on, even the RV lot. I want to read you the email that the bank sent me. I mean, I've applied for a mortgage before. I've had a mortgage before, and I know what's involved, but it's very, I mean, if you think, when you're dealing with a banker or your accountant, they know you better than your lover. Like, I know some guy who's having sex with this girl, but he hasn't seen her credit report. I said, let me tell you something. You don't know anyone until you've seen their credit report. No one knows you better than your banker. No one knows you better than the person who prepares your taxes. I don't care if someone tossed your salad until they saw your full credit report from all 3 boroughs, all your bank account statements, all your past payment history. They don't know you and you don't know them. Never marry, never entangle yourself with someone unless you pulled their credit report and know their financial history. Why? Because that's the number one reason of divorce. Shit, why not? Why not? Let me read to you what the lender sent me. She goes, well, Sam, if you do decide to go through with this property, this is what I will need from you to apply for a mortgage. I'm going to read a list here. It's a fucking checklist. She goes, number 1, 2 years of your most recent tax returns. Now, guys, Donald Trump's the president, and you still haven't seen his tax returns. I got to give 2 years worth of tax returns to the banker if I want a mortgage. They also need 2 years of your most recent W-2s. W-2s are your end of the year summary for how much you made from your employer. Also need 30 days of the most recent pay stubs. So they want to know like the last 30 days of your pay stubs to ensure you're still employed, you're still making the same amount of money. A copy of your driver's license. A copy of your most recent mortgage statement, if you had one. A copy of your insurance declaration. Copies of your most recent statements of any bills paid off. Copy of your Social Security awards, if any. A copy of the HOA, a letterhead showing how much their monthly requirement is. A copy of benefits or a letter from any and all pensions. A copy of the signed contract for the lot or car loan. 2 years of your most recent business returns if you have any side hustles, such as YouTube, DoorDash, you're an independent contractor. You have to show that. And all your 1099s. That's the simple list. That's not even the full, that's not the full mortgage application, because that's a whole nother 2-3 page thing. That was just a checklist of items that you have to give to the banker for them to review to see if they would approve you to give you money for a mortgage. Property is one of the biggest things you'll ever make. Now, living in parking lots than I do in living in a house with a mortgage, property taxes, and HOAs. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I may change my mind tomorrow. Relationships are the number one thing that will entangle you. They're the number one cause of stress, not finances. And there's a lot of people on YouTube with bad mental health. No one, they have no confidence. They have no confidence for a reason, because they're negative and they're evil. There are some people that are negative and evil, and I don't want to hear that God loves everyone. Maybe he does, but if someone does a mass shooting, they should be locked up and they should never see civilization again. Why? Because are you going to adopt them and have them live with your family? No. You're someone who says, oh, I would love to give soup to the homeless, but you never spend adequate time with the homeless. You're someone that's saying, oh, I would love to help a drug addict. Have them live in your house. One thing a therapist will never say is come live with me. Okay. One thing someone will say that's so sweet and caring is that they don't have actual experience dealing with the most nasty people in society. Okay. I have. And what I could tell you is that's not free. Because they're toxic. You can never be free around a toxic person. All you can do is avoid them and document. Document disrespect. And press charges as necessary. Build up a recurring pattern so the consequences get worse for anyone who offends your personal space. I did it today with the lady that I read at the store the other day. Okay? This is the third time that she was disrespectful for me for no reason. Okay? Going into that store. I spent $30 a day in that store. Did I spend any money today? No. Did I call? I didn't call her manager. I called the headquarters of the corporation, documented her name, and broke it down. Why? Because, guys, I'll let it slide once. I'll let it slide twice. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to get people in trouble. But I am not going to be bullied, because I know a bully, even from young age, that they will keep pushing the limits until they get punched in the face. However, as an adult, you don't want to go around punching people in the face. Why? Because you'll get locked up. You want to document, escalate, and press charges. Why? Because you want to be the responsible person living free while they're locked up. That's the truth. Let them watch you on YouTube in their jail cell or in the mental asylum. That's what I say. That's what I say. What are we talking about? We're talking about, how do you get free? You got to get free from toxic people, and you got to get free from financial entanglements. However, financial entanglements are a little bit tough. Jay Smith says, I got a mortgage this past May. It does seem overwhelming at first. You do have to get a lot of paperwork together, but it is manageable. You just complete one task and move to the next. Well, Jay Smith, that's an excellent comment, and that's a wise comment, and I have to fully agree with Jay Smith. So if I'm being fair, and I try to be as fair as I can from my perspective, I've had a mortgage, I don't have a mortgage. However, again, you do have to evaluate. Look, are you going to die in a campground, or do you want to have a home base? There's no free ride. However, a house can almost be a prison. Do you want to die looking at your sheetrock walls, or do you want to be out in nature and enjoy life? Because a house is an anchor. But Jay Smith, I give him a lot of credit. He's a young, smart man. And I agree that what he said is wisdom. Any big problem, you break it down to small steps, because everything is a problem. So Jay Smith, I have a lot of respect for you, and I know you're going to do great in life because you have the right mindset. And he goes, I am already over 50% paid because I rented for 12 years. I saved a lot of money, so I'll be fully paid in 3 years total. Thanks, bro. Yeah, and you had a great emergency fund. So you did everything in the proper order. You paid your dues. You worked hard. So I respect you, and I appreciate you adding context and balance to the conversation. I agree with you. Now, I do agree. There's still part of me psychologically where I totally agree with Jay Smith. You just do one step at a time. And once you get past it, and once you get through closing, and you get the house, and you do a couple months of payments, and everything settles in, there's a level of stability there that's valuable. There is something to that. I agree with that. However, in my mind, I still say, Sam, do I want that? In one sense, I want to just keep the 1,000 trails pass, get something that has an air conditioning, and just keep traveling. However, I look at the reality of life. I stay in pretty much the same areas. I look at other parts of the country. I say, Sam, other than hurricane season, would I ever want to live anywhere else other than South Florida? The answer is no. The answer is no. I'm not saying once in a while you wouldn't like to get a vacation and do something like that. And again, hurricane season is a disaster. But that's part of your evaluation. If we're talking about living free in the context of being a nomad or being stationary, one of your evaluations, okay, is saying, have you found the area in the world that inspires you? Okay, that the most, okay? Because I could tell you, as a nomad traveler, I've traveled up and down the East Coast several times. Maybe more people have traveled more, but I know many people who've traveled less, is that you get a feel for each state, for each town, for each city. There's a different feel. There's a different energy. I have the ability to work from anywhere. And what I can tell you is I choose not to, because I know the energy and the feel for different places. And for me, this is a personal thing now. For me, I'm most inspired in certain areas, and that matters. Because when I'm in other areas, I say, man, I would be more inspired if I was back here. And it's true. Again, you have to spice things up a little bit. Once in a while, you got to dress your girlfriend up a little bit. You got to dress your boyfriend up, and you got to play a little role play. But for the most part, variety is the spice of life. Routine is the meat and potatoes. However, psychologically, like, I'm dating an area. Now, will that change once I get married? Psychologically, maybe. Because right now, like, if something happens and I want to leave this area, I can like this. However, once you're committed, You're no longer free. You marry an area, you marry a property or a long-term lease. You can't just go like this, at least not psychologically. So again, I will always preach, even if you get a home base, that you have to really keep things simple. Like I looked at the difference between the manufactured home and the RV lot. RV lot's simpler, less entanglement. You got to really be cautious of how items add more items, and it's a cycle. However, we're going to get ready to go all live comments. This is what I want to share. I started with confidence because, guys, I don't care if you have an RV lot, a multi-million-dollar mansion, or you live in your beat-up 1992 Jetta. You will not live free. You will not apply for jobs. You will not take DoorDash deliveries. You will not approach men or women. You won't do anything unless you have confidence. Okay? And confidence comes from doing things, okay? And trying to correct errors and working on your people skills. And if you suck with your people skills, get a night shift job. Stay single. You can do that. I do that. Confidence comes from not looking for validation for other people. Because I'm telling you right now, the minute you start to look for validation, you won't do certain things until people validate you. And then your whole life, you won't do anything until you get the other people telling you what they want you to do. You have to be so sure in what you want to do, even if you're not. You have to have a focus in your mind. Because other people really don't know. Most people don't know what they want for their own lives. So they cloud your vision with their insecurities. You're already fighting your own insecurities. And forget about it. Those are just regular people. If you add the toxic people who are not just looking to add like opinions, they're looking to destroy. There's a certain amount of people that look to destroy. That's true. So you have to be very, very cautious, guys, about who is allowed in your space. Because your energy is precious. Because your energy is the engine to freedom. Without your energy, you can't be free. You're going to be subject to a caretaker. And what I've told you many times, not much difference between a caretaker and the undertaker. Never forget it. As much as you possibly can, go after your independence. And that's going to require confidence. Then do the math. When in doubt, don't commit. However, just understand that everything has associated cost. Think about your future a little bit. Live one day at a time. Because look, a house is a little bit of a prison. You're going to be inside more when you have a house. That's why I do like small little houses or RV lots. Because well, at least for me, this is my personal way of looking at life at this point. I like to be outside more. I like to be out in nature more. I don't want to be in a sheetrock prison. I just don't. I don't want to be in anything. 500 square feet would be my absolute max. I don't even know if I want to do that. But what I want to share with you guys, whatever you want, it's your freedom. You can tell me, Sam, my freedom is living in a 5,000 square foot mansion. And you know what I say? Do you? Don't look for my validation. That's why I started this live feed with your confidence. Because you have to be so at peace with yourself that if you want to own several properties and you want to be a real estate developer or whatever, it doesn't matter what I say. It matters what's in your soul and what you go after and what you're willing to sacrifice and build for. Okay? This is a mindset of being free. And you need this much energy. You need this much intensity, even if you don't communicate it like me. Because whether it's your father, an anonymous scumbag on YouTube, whether a coworker, or whether your own thoughts, you're going to have to learn to push past insecurities, fears, and anxieties. And I love and respect anyone who does the 12-step program. But for me, that first step to that is not saying I'm powerless. The first step is saying back the fuck up. Okay? Because I'm about to go forward. It's a mindset, guys. Now, after you get all that energy and you get hit by life, you got to keep getting up. You do need a support system. You do need information. You do need the grace of God. Because none of us can just power our way through life. However, you have to go after it. Okay? And that's what I want to share with you tonight. All right, I'm going to take a hydration break. We're going to do all live comments. Thank you for everyone who left a comment. I'm going to go back from the top and read them all. I just kind of like I jumped around a little bit in the beginning. But guys, click that thumbs up button. Share the video. Subscribe if you're not. Love and respect to everyone out there, man. Appreciate you very much. Very much. Yeah, the cold front is passing in South Florida. It was back into the mid-70s today. I did fully submerge in the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful. Lewis, good to see you again. Erhart, if I want to be free, I've got to be me. Well, you could put that on repeat and play that the rest of your life. Full sender? Full sender here. Appreciate that. Tony, hello, sir. Hello to you. Looking forward to this topic. Well, I just broke it down. Juliana, hello to you. Sam, the simple man. Hey, guys, keep it simple. When in doubt, don't buy underwear. Don't buy anything with recurring cost until you're really at peace with it and you're willing to go forward. Johnny. Oh, yeah, we broke that down. Thank you, Johnny. Tony. Very hard for people to not seek validation. Very true. Especially men feeling the need for female validation. Same thing. I've seen men feel that way and I've seen women feel that way. I've seen beautiful people feel that way, and I've seen some nasty-looking people feel that way. So the bottom line, doesn't matter if you're fat, skinny, ugly, beautiful, rich, or poor. The first step to living free is being free in your mind. Like, I know a lot of people want to hear me talk about money, and that's part of life. But before you get to that, you have to be at peace with yourself. You have to have confidence. Because that's how you get money, okay? You don't get money by being, can I do this? Can I do that? Look out, man. I'm coming through. You understand what I'm saying? Onyx, you gotta come in there, man. Self-control, though. Don't be a psychopath in the conference room. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm trying to give you a mindset. All right, good job. Ryan B, shout out to you, man. Still praying for you. I know you've gotten that car accident, told your Prius, looking at the RAV4. Let's see the update from Ryan B, living back with his parents after the car crash. Love to you, brother. People who own their life don't have time to bring others down. Ryan B, that's why I'm your friend. That's why I appreciate you, because you have a healthy mind. You're trying to do the best you can. And damn it, Ryan B, love to you. Ryan B, some jobs will pull your credit before they hire you. Guys, never go down on a girl until you saw her credit report from all 3 boroughs. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're licking her vagina walls, but you don't know her credit score, you're screwed. Good job. Lila, free mortgage on your house paid off for SSI. Oh, God. And your insurance power of attorney. Well, if you need it, because I have met some disabled people that are positive and a blessing. If you need it, then you should get it. However, if you're parking in the handicap sticker and you got flames on the side of your car and you're moonwalking to the Wawa substation and you're cursing people out and you're being crazy, not you, Lila, but people like that, lock them up. Ryan B, the banks want to know more about you than a lover, not me. Because if you're going to be my lover, which I don't need because I got a sock, I would pull your credit report. I would test your DNA. We'd go through a whole screening process. Jay Smith. Oh, yeah, I read that. Good job, Jay Smith. I love you, man. Jay Smith, you're a positive man. Jay Smith. Yeah, I read that too. Thanks. Likewise, brother. Jay Smith, I think a lot of you, man. You got tenacity. You got intelligence. And I want you to be a leader in this world. Be fair-minded, but be a leader, man. You're a leader. Tony, a single guy with no kids. I think renting a small apartment is a good choice for me. Tony, you know why I like that comment? Because I like how you ended it. It's a good choice for me, okay? And that's how you live free. You didn't say it's a good choice for Inspirational Nomad. It's a good choice for Ryan. Because you know I'm not like a big fan of that. However, it doesn't matter what I think. Why? Because it's your life, okay? And I like how you put it. And you know what I really like if you did, Tony? And I want you to rewrite it. I want you to put a fucking exclamation point on the end of that sentence. It's a good choice for me, exclamation point. Because you're just doing you. Good job. That's how you live free. Giuliano, well done, thumbs up. Sam ringing a corporate head office about the nasty woman. Hey, I gave her 3 times. Now she's got to get documented. At the store where you shop regularly. I didn't shop there today. They're going to lose my business. They need the feedback about the staff. That's what they said. I was very fair. I was very under control. I acknowledged the 90% of positive workers in that store. I told her, look, it happened on 3 incidents. I tried to give her some details. I said, I don't like doing this. I said, but I'm not saying she should be fired, but I'm saying this should be documented because I could tell you right now, she's a cancer to every employee at that store trying to work and do their best. I've worked with people like that. And what happens is most people just turn the other way. And then she's a cancer. She's a toxic person within the work environment. And all the other people living paycheck to paycheck, they can't speak up because then they got to keep working with her. So if it's a recurring pattern, good people have to do their job and document it. Why? So other people who can't speak up don't have to deal with her toxic ass. That's true. Thank you very much, Juliana. I love you all my heart. You get it. You get life, Juliana. J. Smith. I really liked my banker a lot as well. So that helped. I agree. Relationships with the people you're doing business with, if it's positive, that does help. She was very smart and competent. Well, this is why I think some women have the edge in the workforce, because I specifically looked for a woman to be my real estate agent. Why? Not because of anything sexual, because I felt better, more comfortable doing business with a woman. It's less abrasive. Like even me, like I'm very abrasive, right? So, do you want me to be a real estate agent? Now, truth be told, I'd probably sell the shit out of your house because I'm very good with that. And truth be told, I kind of helped her sell my house. However, I think a valuable aspect of a woman's perspective, some, not all, is they have a disarming quality that brings value to the workplace. 95% of violent crimes are committed by men. So it doesn't mean she's better than a man or vice versa. However, the difference is valuable. And I acknowledge it, Murad, I chose minimalism, and since my debt-free, I have investments currently. I can work 3-4 days. There you go. I want to enjoy and live free. Well, Murad, I love your mindset. I love your plan. Good job. Good comment. Guys, that's the key too. You know what I like what he said? He can't fully retire, but what he can do is he can work one less day. Imagine the quality of there was a time in my life where I worked 4 10s, meaning I only had to work 4 days a week, but each day I worked 10 hours versus working 5 days and 8 hours a day. And the value of that was you gain an extra day. And so maybe you can't retire early, but maybe you can work one less day. Or maybe instead of a real high corporation job, maybe you could work a less job. Is that valuable? Yeah. Why? Because your time and what you want to do with your life is very valuable. Gilbert, evening everyone. Hey Sammy, what's up, brother? Shout out to you. Small RV Adventures. Your beach video you posted this morning was nice. Thank you. Does Florida allow cars to drive on the beach? Not in most areas. In some areas, yes. Daytona Beach, yes. But Daytona Beach is basically a drug-infested downhill spiral. There's some nice areas, but it's really gone downhill. Murad, 22 and free. Murad, for you being 22 and have that mindset, you're even ahead of where I was. So I give you a lot of credit and respect. You're also a leader. The spiral of living above my means. So if you already get that, you're doing great. Anthony, repetition is mother of skill. Well, I agree. Building good habits. They say it takes 28 days, approximately 1 month to build a habit. So you want to make good habits. How long does it take to break a bad habit? Well, guys, look, as far as like an addiction, whether it's food, drug, or alcohol, only 3 to 5 days. That's the detox period. After that, it's all psychological. Okay. So what I can tell you is you're not addicted to anything if you don't do it for 5 days. It's out of your system physically. However, mentally, okay, a big part of life is in the mind. That's why I started this live feed off titled Living Free, with the psychological aspect of how you look at life, how you look at yourself, and the people you keep around you. If you keep bad company, your life will be destroyed. Like my girl Showgirl said, trash hangs out with trash. Now look, when you're young and you're figuring out life, you're going to hang out with a lot of people, and that's good. But when you're an adult, you better start picking and choosing your friends, just like you do with pulling credit reports. You better take that shit serious. You better take your friends as serious as a banker takes your loan application, okay? I read you that list that a banker wants to see to give you a loan. After she gives you a loan, she'll never see you another day in her life. And her bank will probably sell that loan to another bank. However, you don't think anything of the people that you have around your life. They're going to be in your life forever and maybe destroy your life. Guys, girls, the people that you allow in your life, whether family members, friends, lovers, bases are great. You're private, that's true. And like to be by yourself, very peaceful. I can't stand being in public personally. Now, to some extent, that's true. This is the revelation I got today. I was in a public park today that's very private, and I was walking around. There was like no one there. And I could cook up. There was picnic tables. There was grills. There was the ocean. Versus a home base, my neighbors are like, 20 feet away. Once you walk around neighborhood a few times, like everyone knows you, they say, and that could start to become a burden. So in one sense, and that's what I tell a lot of you people, like, in one sense, you are actually better off stealth camping and during the day being in public parks than you are at campgrounds because you got more privacy. But you have to move around a little bit and you can't loiter. And so, you got to be fluid in your movement. So there's a give and take on that. Lila, aka Zach, living freedom in motor home vehicle, RV park, part-time, summertime, stay 7 days, confidence with nice attitude. Lila, aka Zach, I love you. I respect you. Good comment. Tony, good talk tonight, Sam. Thank you for appreciating me, Tony. I also appreciate you. Behind every good relationship is reciprocal feelings and reciprocal vibe. That just pretty much means you pretty much get each other. That's it. Okay. Anthony was already going to thumbs up as soon as you said it. Well, Anthony, thumbs up to you, and thank you for everyone who clicked that thumbs up. I got 7 psychopaths who thumbs down, or 1 with mental problems who's got 7 different profiles and no job, who just keeps clicking it because he can't withhold himself. And I understand it. However, it's not my fault that no one in his house wants to talk to him, and because I don't want to talk to him too, he's mad at me. Guys, or girls, there's some girls that are trolls. I met a couple. So what I can tell you guys is, look, if you don't like me, why are you still watching? Because you got mental problems and you can't go anywhere else. And you like when I talk about you, you get excited. Why? Because you're not doing the work of your life. You're not in a support group for people with mental problems. You are living rent-free, hollering at your mom because she bought the wrong Hot Pockets, trolling online, being a complete disgrace to society. And what I think is, look, what do you want me to do? It's not my fault. I didn't do anything to you. Just because I'm protecting my energy, you're mad at me? Don't do that. Jay Smith. Always move forward. Oh, I'm sorry. I just skipped Tony. I like the short clips from the live feeds that you have been uploading. Thank you. Short, concise points, easy to remember. Yep. I will sprinkle those in as an added value to my channel. And I believe over time that will add tremendous value to my channel. And thank you for appreciating that. Jay Smith. Always move forward. Look within. Be true to yourself. Amen. I'm going to read that again because I know I had to start my car. He goes, always move forward and look within to improve. Be true to yourself. Amen. 100 emoji. Vanomatic. Tallahassee is in the chat. Thumbs up to Tallahassee. Love to you, man. Marin. Hey, Marin. Oh, I'm late. Gonna replay later. Like you live now. Well, rose emoji to you also. Marin, you're speaking my truth tonight. Fire emoji. Good job. In the future, me, their house, 6400 multiply 500 3-bedroom house, my friend, mine take care of me. What's the average? I have house 5-bedroom house equal that. Well, damn it, you just broke it down Rain Man style. Now, anyone who doesn't know Rain Man, I want you to Google the movie Rain Man with Tom Cruise. It was about some guy, he had a disability, okay? But what was he doing? He was doing positive stuff. He was counting numbers and stuff like that. They made Tom Cruise a grip. They went to Las Vegas and they legally beat the house. Was I mad at that? I wasn't mad at that. Marin. Jay Smith, I agree. Sorry if you left. Amen. Jay Smith broke it down tonight. Thank you, Marin. Venomatic. I'm semi-retired. Well, Venomatic, I don't care if you're fully retired. Why? Because you're just doing you and you're a positive person and you've never been toxic. All you've been is positive. Now, all I can tell you is thank you. Right, mate? I'm just waiting on the insurance company. Take your time, man. You've been through a traumatic thing. I've been in car accidents, and what I can tell you is even if you're fine, thank God you're fine physically, mentally, it's a traumatic thing. I started this live feed off with what do you need to be free? A big part of it is psychological. So after you've been in a car accident, you're going to question your confidence behind the wheel, even though it was some other psychopath who rammed into your Toyota Prius. So what I can tell you is take your time. However, the only way to get over is to get back out there. So heal, take your time, get back out there, and gradually you'll get your confidence back. Love to you, man. And then he goes, I'm just waiting for the insurance to do their job and then move from there. Good job, Ryan B. Take it slow and easy. Ryan, how's AJ doing? I don't know. I left him a comment. I think he's doing okay. Last time I heard, he was waiting for his insurance company also and staying at a hotel. AJ is another guy who lives in Miami full-time in his Prius. It got totaled a couple days ago. And so now he said, thank God that he has an emergency fund. And thank God that he lives below his means. He trades stock full time. So you damn sure got to have an emergency fund doing that with volatile income. So guys, whatever you want to do to live free, you got to have a savings account. Start at 1,000 and try to get up to at least 10,000. Okay, that may take your whole life. However, that's a good goal. Okay, got to have a goal to reach a goal. And live below your means, have a savings account. And that's one of the biggest things you can do to stay free. Jay Smith, thanks, Marin. David. Disagree about women in the workplace. Every woman I know say they hate working for a woman. Well, I don't know what you're working. I don't know if you're working in corporate world, ShopRite, or whatever. It doesn't matter because we just disagree. Bottom line is, so, we can disagree. That's fine. Tom, thumbs up to you. Finger fuzzy. Yeah. Heart, palm tree, palm tree, palm tree. Heart, heart, heart. Good day in Florida. Heart, heart, heart. Palm tree, palm tree, palm tree. Clap. Thank you. Hydration break. Fire emoji. Good job. Brian, free life. Hang loose emoji. Party like a rock star and thumbs up. Well, same back to you. All right, guys. Peace and love. I broke it down. 36 minutes of pure fire for anyone who wants inspiration, information, and entertainment. However, for the psychopaths that are never happy with me, I don't care because my validation don't come from you. And if you haven't figured that out in 2 years, almost 10,000 subscribers, you haven't figured out anything. And am I surprised? No. You're sitting at home. You ain't doing shit with your life. Fire. All right, guys. Peace, love, and stay positive.